I took a Gothic book of stories full of pages black and white. I turned the first sheet and fell into a world of darkness and more. Is this a nightmare journey, or would I find a revelation? And then a tap, tap, tap. Someone unknown is knocking at my door, and still a tap, tap, tap at my window, not my dark-stained oak door. Deathly silence, nothing more. 'Twas the Raven King tap-tap-tapping, and now was up my shoulder. The raven told me to read and read from my heavy dark grimoire. My mind was in a whirl as I sat in a dark room downed by gloom. I had lost my beloved, my beautiful friend, my love Eleanor. I longed for her touch, her love. I miss my wonderful Eleanor. Sorrow for me, evermore. The raven told me turn the page and see the tale that would unfold. Annabel Lee loved so much that the angels' hearts were jealous and more. Then Seraphim struck her down and took her from her lover's arms. He had his Annabel Lee, and I had my Lady Eleanor. The raven bleeds my heart. I weep thinking, will I see my Eleanor? The raven calls, nevermore. Turn the page one more time into a dream within a dream, and I watched the golden sand flow through the hourglass just like before, like life flowing through our fingers that can never be touched again. The raven taps my shoulder again, and I think of Eleanor. I dream of what once was, and my mind sees wonderful Eleanor. My hurt will be evermore. Then the raven tapped the bell, turned the page to where the bells would toll. The bells would ring loud and then struck with a funereal sound. The sound of bells fills my head. I think I may be insane. I still try to recall holding my love, my Lady Eleanor, but the ringing bells drive away my visions of my Eleanor. The raven calls, nevermore. I sit in darkness, dark wings close by. There is a dark beak tapping. The raven says, to France we must go. Turn the page, open the door. There have been murders in the Rue Morgue, a bestial trail of blood. The stains of these crimes are seen by all watchers on the cold stone floor. But we are not sure who or what left these red blood marks on our floor. The stains are here, evermore. You take me to Prospero in his abbey to escape the plague. Raven calls, red death comes to the masked wall. An empty costume it wore. The mask hid death's face from all those who saw themselves safe with Prospero. I thought us safe from solitude, but it has broken down our door. Alone I sit, the raven taps, we look towards the open door. Loneliness here, evermore. The raven says, see the shadow in the gateway to El Dorado. The pilgrim knight has spent his life looking for the city of gold, finding such unknown treasures that cannot be of this mortal world. Can I ever find the treasure of my life, Lady Eleanor? The raven taps and taps and tells me, never, Lady Eleanor. You will see her nevermore. Tormentor of the Black Cat, his house burned down. He was an evil man. He tried to kill another with an axe. His wife could take no more. The axe was used. He walled her up. Justice was served. Black Cat still here. The raven taps again and again. Turn the page and read some more. In darkness I cannot move. I cannot turn the page and read some more. The page will turn nevermore. Montresor, he lures Fortunato, he wishes a fatal revenge. Fortunato chained in the cellar, walled in a room with no door. 50 years later, Montresor states in Parce Resquiat, the raven says, I am chained to your chair, waiting for Eleanor. It is a truth, I will never move, waiting for my Eleanor. Wait in silence, evermore. The raven pulls me into the deep, swirling, violent maelstrom. I was a young man, but now I'm aged, and that's where I lost my youth. Unable to resist, pulled down by the vortex, my life force drained. I try to raise, the raven calls. I need to reach my study door, on the far door, to lose my change, escape my raven, and walk towards that far door. The raven calls nevermore. Becoming unconscious, will they think that my life has now left me in a case of wood where I may wake and be trapped under the floor? My mind screams, I know this will happen, scratching my bloodied fingers. The raven says, this is my fate, never breathe ever any more. Unmoving, I see the wooden lid, I cannot breathe any more. Breath is gone, forevermore. To see the oval portrait, a beauty born of his obsession, to paint his loving wife, capture her life on canvas forevermore. His painting is the only driver in this small castle turret. To his horror, his wife was gone, just like my Lady Eleanor. The storm hits, I awake alone, without Lady Eleanor. I will hold her nevermore. Tragic Lygia, poetess, composing on her deathbed, the conqueror worm that flowed from her talented fingers and more. Came beautiful Rowena, and then Rowena departed too. Chained to my chair by the raven, I mourn my Lady Eleanor. Salt tears, my grey sad face, I mourn my Lady Eleanor. The raven calls nevermore. Back in time to the Spanish Inquisition, the prisoner alone in his cell. His crime, he knows not what, but he is kept behind the iron door. The pit and the red-hot pendulum will send him screaming into hell. The raven tells me a tale. He has never told me this before. The rain on the window, drumming like ghostly fingers, like before. Frightened, captured, evermore. Under floorboards, this dilapidated house, the old man lies. The storyteller never meant murder, but now is haunted sore. The sound of the old man's telltale heart now haunts the murderer's ears. Like the cutting loss of my only love, my Lady Eleanor. She haunts my dream, the raven taps, I mourn the loss of Eleanor. The raven calls nevermore. Here be Roderick and Madeleine, the mansion about to fall, ushered into their presence for the finale tale. Open the door. The fall of this madhouse and the storm takes a hold. The raven calls. Madeleine fell and Roderick mourned, like for my Lady Eleanor. Like Romeo and Juliet, the ushers died, my Eleanor. So returning, nevermore.